good evening. If you're listening to this, it's time to rest. Take a deep breath in and let it go slowly. You don't need to think or move or do anything at all. Just let your shoulders loosen. Let your breathing become soft and quiet. Outside, somewhere far away, it's raining. You can hear it, can't you? That soft, steady patter, the sound of a gentle rain falling in a forgotten place. Each drop lands on stone, on leaves, on rooftops that have not seen a human hand in centuries. The rain does not rush, it takes its time, washing the dust of history from the silent streets of a lost city. Tonight, we'll walk together through that city. We won't rush. We'll move slowly, just like the rain. There will be no surprises here, no sudden turns, only the quiet unfolding of time and memory. This is a story without urgency. A quiet exploration of something long gone, peaceful, forgotten, and endlessly still. Imagine, if you will, a place once filled with life, tall gates carved from limestone, roads paved with smooth stone that have now grown uneven with age. The rain gathers in shallow puddles between them, reflecting the faint light of the gray sky. No one comes here anymore. Grass grows between the cracks of the streets. The walls are covered in ivy, the roots creeping silently like memories reclaiming what was once theirs. If you listen carefully, you might hear what used to be, the faintest echo of a market day long gone. The calls of traders setting out jars of olive oil and baskets of figs. The soft chatter of people moving between stalls. The sound of sandals brushing the dust. All of that is gone now. The only sound left is the rain, gentle, rhythmic, ancient. It falls on a statue that has lost its face to time, on a fountain that no longer flows, and on the steps of a temple that once watched over the city. Even the air feels heavy with history. Each breath carries the scent of wet stone and lichen, of damp clay and moss. This city, unnamed, forgotten, still holds onto the remnants of human touch, though the hands themselves are long turned to dust. A peaceful ancient city at twilight under soft rain, cobblestone streets glistening, ivy climbing over broken marble columns, distant mountains shrouded in mist, faint lantern reflections on puddles, tranquil cinematic mood, style, photorealistic painterly, muted color palette, soft lighting. Further inside the city, there is a courtyard. It is round, encircled by columns, each carved with patterns that the rain has smoothed over. At its center is a fountain, cracked and still. Once, it must have sung with water, but now, it merely gathers rain. The basin is filled almost to the brim. Raindrops fall into it one by one, creating small concentric circles that merge and fade. Each ripple seems to whisper something old, like the echo of distant footsteps. Around the courtyard are doorways, each leading into houses that have long since crumbled within. A clay jar sits overturned beside a threshold. A vine has crept into an open window, weaving itself through a broken shutter. You can imagine once this courtyard was alive. Women carrying baskets of herbs. Children chasing each other between the columns. Someone, perhaps a musician, sitting near the fountain, playing a slow tune on a wooden flute. The rain falls softly over all of it now, as if to calm what remains. The quiet here is not empty, it's full of echoes and breath and memory. Full of stories that no one remembers, but that still hum quietly beneath the surface. You pause under a worn archway, just watching the rain move over the stones. It's steady, predictable, peaceful. And in that stillness, even time seems to breathe a little slower. An ancient stone courtyard filled with rainwater, moss and ivy covering cracked pillars, reflections of raindrops in a marble fountain, faint mist, soft dusk light, atmosphere calm and nostalgic, style, cinematic realism, painterly textures, highly detailed architecture. Down a narrow street, half hidden by the rain, stands a small stone house. The door has fallen from its hinges, and inside, the walls are lined with faded markings, faint script carved into plaster. This was once the home of a scribe. You can still see his tools scattered where they fell. A reed pen, a small jar that once held ink, a table smooth with use. On the floor, fragments of clay tablets remain, their symbols eroded by centuries. The scribe would have sat here each morning, copying texts by hand under the light of a small oil lamp. His fingers would have been stained dark from ink. His posture steady, his breath slow. He probably never thought that centuries later, his quiet work would outlast him, that the rain would still fall on the same roof where he once listened to storms pass overhead. You imagine him pausing once, looking out at the courtyard, listening to rain much like this one, feeling the same calmness that you do now. It's comforting, somehow, to know that across the ages, some things never change. Rain still falls. People still listen. Silence still holds its own kind of beauty. Interior of an ancient scribe's house, stone walls with faded inscriptions, broken clay tablets scattered, an old wooden table, ink jar, candlelight glow mixing with rainy daylight through open window, dust particles visible, style, ultra-realistic cinematic painting, warm and cool light blend, tranquil mood. At the heart of the city stands a temple, now half collapsed. Its roof has caved in, and the walls are streaked with the marks of countless rains. Yet it still feels sacred. Inside, the air is cool and still. The scent of damp stone fills the air. On the far wall, you can see faint outlines of what were once murals, painted scenes of rivers, trees, and stars. They have faded almost completely, but if you close your eyes, you can imagine their colors: blue, gold, and deep crimson. The floor is covered with fallen leaves carried in by the wind. Rain slips through cracks in the ceiling, forming small pools that mirror the broken columns. Each droplet lands with a quiet note, a kind of music only time can write. You walk slowly, feeling the smoothness of the stone beneath your steps. There's no need to hurry. Nothing here asks for attention. Even the silence seems to welcome you gently, wrapping around you like a warm blanket. This is not a place of ghosts or legends. It's a place of patience, where even the ruins seem to accept their own slow fading. Ancient temple ruin under steady rain, marble columns wrapped in ivy, soft beams of sunlight breaking through clouds, puddles reflecting intricate carvings, atmosphere serene and timeless, style, painterly cinematic realism, diffuse lighting, high detail, muted natural tones. Beyond the temple, a long road stretches downhill, once a busy market street. You can still see the remains of what were shops, low stone counters, empty shelves carved into walls, doorways now half filled with debris. In your mind, you can imagine how it once sounded. The murmur of bargaining voices, the clatter of pottery, the laughter of children weaving through the crowd. Traders displaying colorful fabrics from distant lands, each dyed in vivid blues and reds. The air thick with the smell of roasted grain, sweet fruits, and incense. Now, all that remains is the whisper of rain. It falls gently on broken clay jars, on faded mosaics, and on the curved street stones that once bore countless footsteps. The past feels very near here, not as a memory, but as a presence. Not haunting, not sad, just quiet and vast and unchanging. Rainy ancient market street, cobblestone road descending through ruined archways, remnants of stalls and clay jars, mist in the air, reflections in puddles, overgrown ivy, soft blue-gray palette, style, realistic cinematic environment, atmospheric depth, moody lighting. As the night deepens, the rain begins to fade. You've walked far, through streets that once held the rhythm of life. Now, only the rhythm of the rain remains. You stand once more at the edge of the city. The clouds part slightly, and a pale moon glows above, reflected in 100 small puddles across the stones. Everything feels still. The city, the rain, even your own thoughts. You can almost feel the centuries folding quietly around you, layers of time softening into silence. This city will sleep again. And you too can rest now. Let your mind drift. Let the rain continue somewhere far away. There is no need to remember, no need to wonder. Only stillness. Only calm. Good night. Sleep well, beneath the gentle rain of a lost city.